exactly where it is. And to be honest, it's probably a lot better if people don't know. Now,
Can I close this door, because the wind coming in is really cool. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank you.
all right.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right. All right, so the wounded soldiers were brought here, whether they be patriots or whether they be British soldiers to be tended to. Okay. There was one in particular, Captain Anderson. Now, Captain Anderson, have y'all ever heard of a soldier by a Green Dragoon in American history by the name of Tarleton?
Yes,
Tarleton was a very
yes,
mean human being.
yeah.
All right, Martha Bratton, who lived in this structure, was at home. The Green Dragoons come through the British forces, and Tarleton wanted to kill her. So he took a reaping hook, put it to her throat, and this is very prior to the Battle of the Thieves. And he was going to cut her head off, right there on the spot. Captain Anderson, who happened to be a Green Dragoon as well, interfered and said, wait a minute, we don't need to be doing this because it's wrong. You know, we're not going to do it. So he didn't do it, and thus saving her life. During the Battle of Huck's Defeat, or Williamson's Plantation, as it's called a lot of times, Captain Anderson fell off his horse and was impaled by a tree. So he was brought here, put in the family bed, and lived about 5 months after the battle, and Ms. Bratton tended to him the entire 5 months. Now, the rest of the soldiers were brought in, put on pallets to be tended to. A musket ball is a very powerful thing, and so is a bayonet. If I ran you through, you can see it would go all the way through me. Of course, I didn't bring it, and I should have brought mine today. I have a cavalry sword from that time period. They were very heavy, and they served them on purpose. So when I'm riding by on my horse, and you're standing there with your musket in your hand, I will take my cavalry sword and I will slice down across your chest and open you up. Now, in a lot of cases, you didn't die. So you were gravely wounded, but you didn't die, or you would die at a later time from the infections and all. But now the musket balls, I'm going to find my musket ball, made out of lead, and then about this size here. See that? Now, it's a 69 caliber, if you want to know how big that is. It's very heavy. It's made out of lead. Lead is very poisonous. All right. Now, see, what happens when it heats up? What happens to lead when it heats up? We're going to do a science class now at the same time.
Was it science?
No, like lead, it's very soft. Matter of fact, it melts at about 780 degrees, thereabouts. Turns into a liquid. So, when it comes out of this barrel, like that gun behind her, that musket behind her, when it comes out, it's very hot. But it's not liquid state, but it's very hot. So when it enters your body, or enters into something, it will, of course, flatten out. When it flattens out, it goes in this size and it comes out this size. So, and it's going to drag bone and all. Now, people have this misconception about muskets and smoothbore guns. At 100 yards, they're deadly accurate. They're very accurate. How many of y'all have ever seen the movie The Patriot or a Revolutionary War movie? Okay. All right. Mel Gibson is over here, and Tarleton is here. Tarleton takes a musket, shoots Mel Gibson in the shoulder here. I don't know if y'all remember the scene where he kills Tarleton. That's where he grabs a bayonet and stabs through his throat. That's the scene. All right, he shoots him with a musket. Okay? All right. And he goes, ugh. Well, that's not reality. Here's the reality. It's going to hit him, and then this whole part of his body is going to leave him and lay on the ground. So instead of doing this number, he's going to do this, because he's going to look. But now for those that were just wounded lightly, or, you know, the bone was shattered in their leg and the musket ball came out, what would you do to tend to that? You know,
You have to saw it out.
have to saw it out, or I could cut it out. All right? Now, I don't know about cross-contamination or blood-borne diseases like we do today. So, you have musket ball in you, so I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna cut the musket ball out of you. And I'm gonna bandage you up. Now, how am I gonna clean that one? I'm gonna take water and I'm gonna take salt. And I'm gonna mix it together, and I'm gonna rub it in there, and that will clean it real good. But I'm gonna do you a favor at the same time. I'm gonna give you rum, because I don't know that you're injured inside, and that will help heal you on the inside. But now if I give you enough rum, you ain't gonna care how much salt I rub into your wound. Okay? All right. Now after I cut that out of you, and I take this is wax, I'll melt it down and mix it with some herbs and things, and a little dirt, just make it stretch out, and I'll rub that into the wound. That actually was not a bad idea, because a lot of those herbs do have great healing power. All right? But now, because this particular knife that I cut the musket ball out of you, I had just cut one out of her over there. And I didn't clean my knife like boil it in water or nothing like that. I did this. And then I come over and pretended to you. So now I've cross-contaminated. All right. So now you have a fever. So what am I going to do? Because you have an infection. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a leech on you. Now leeches are actually, again, they're finding out very, very effective. I hope I didn't say nothing to offend them. They're very, very effective, but the other thing I would do is if you start running a high enough fever, I will take a lancet. You know what a lancet is?
Like a scalpel.
Sort of. I would take this little thing here and I'd start cutting you in different parts of your body. Because you've got a fever and I got to get rid of it. And the reasons you got a fever is you got too much blood. So I'm going to take away some of your blood. Now you've already been wounded. Now you got an infection. Your blood's actually healing you. But now I'm going to take away some of the blood. Medicine was very primitive at the time. I'm kind of doing this as a casual thing, but the reality of it is these people suffered. You know, if I had to cut a leg off, I would take a saw like this, very similar to this, and I would cut your leg off or your arm. You know, this saw. Now we didn't know about, you know, any of the medicines that knock you out. So you did this while you had a bullet between your teeth or something. I know you've seen that before, but it was reality. Now, I'll get back to Captain Anderson now. He laid in the family bed. Now imagine giving your wife giving your bed tonight so she could tend to somebody. You wouldn't mind it for a week or so, would you? Now y'all got one bed in the house. So maybe doing it for 5 months. Now this man was your enemy on top of it. You know, love thine enemy, they proved it. So I got to give them credit for that. If y'all have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. I will be glad to answer them. If not, I'll just stand here and